This is Rick. He didn't want to be filmed today, but you pressed play again, and now he's walking across a marshy plain, carefully stepping over hummocks. One foot suddenly sinks into the soft mush. Rick jerks, and the other follows. The crust beneath his feet breaks, and Rick is knee-deep in the viscous liquid, which hisses with bubbles and sticks to his feet like glue. Instinct tells him to reach up and break free. Rick jerks sharply, trying to step forward, but with each movement, the viscous mass pulls him in even tighter. He feels the sand crunching on his ankles, and it's as if someone is holding his legs from below. It all resembles scenes from movies where the hero disappears head first, leaving his hat floating on the surface. But that's more of a myth. Quicksand isn't a bottomless pit. It's ordinary sand that has been hit by water from below. It fills the spaces between the grains and disrupts the cohesion, causing the mixture to behave like a thick liquid. When a person steps, they displace the water, forming a dense cavity around the foot, like a suction cup. However, the mixture itself is usually denser than the body. This means you can't completely drown. But getting stuck for a long time is easy. Rick realizes it's futile to struggle. He freezes, catches his breath, and looks around. A small mound of grass and a couple of branches are visible off to the side. If there's a chance to get out, it's there. But first, he needs to stop sinking deeper. Rick removes his backpack and places it on his chest, slowly leans back, spreading his arms. Now he's spread out like a starfish. He feels his body stop sinking. With his weight distributed widely, there's less pressure on the sand, and the mixture doesn't sink as quickly. Rick stays in this position and begins to move his first leg. He doesn't yank it, but gently rocks it, rotating his hip, allowing the water to return to the spaces between the grains of sand. After a minute, the suction cup weakens and his foot begins to slide. A little more, and his foot comes out. But Rick shifts his weight, frees his other leg the same way, and, without getting up, turns to face the mound. He doesn't have to crawl far, about 3 meters, but he has to move slowly. Rick crawls on and notices a dry branch, which he places under his chest. It's easier now. His weight isn't just under his knee, but along the entire length of the pole. Rick found a jacket in his backpack. He could put it under his stomach and turn it into a wide pillow. In Quicksand, it's not the strongest who survives, but the one who distributes his weight correctly. Luckily, help arrived. A girl from the shore threw Rick a rope. Now it's important to pull him horizontally, not upward. It's important to take off his sneaker on dry land, otherwise his foot could get stuck even more. Animals drown much more often in this situation. They're heavier and don't know how to lie down and distribute their weight. They simply press down with their hooves until they sink chest deep. People have to slide boards under them, otherwise they won't be able to pull them out. Such traps are always near water. River mouths, beaches, and swamps, almost never in the desert. Without water, sand holds well. But when the grains of sand lose their grip due to water, everything changes. The most important thing is to avoid sudden movements. Abrupt movements push out the water, creating a suction cup. A slow, smooth movement, on the contrary, lets the water back in and allows the foot to free itself. The worst thing you can do is try to jump up and run. Your weight sinks into your heels, the crust breaks, and you instantly sink even deeper. It's better to move as if you were on thin ice, crawling slowly and broadly. You can try an experiment at home. Take a mixture of starch and water. If you tap it, it's solid. If you slowly lower your finger, it sinks. Quicksand isn't quite like that, but the principle is similar. Rick climbs the shore. His clothes are heavy, sand crunches in every pocket, he's shivering. Now the most important thing is to take off everything wet, warm up, drink some sugary water, and rest. Because the biggest risk after rescue isn't the sand, but hypothermia, cramps, and weakness. In the movies, quicksand is a terrible death. In real life, it's a trap you can understand, and the chances of escaping are very high. The main thing is, don't panic, and subscribe to Rick's channel.